Automating the watering of your garden is an absolute game changer. Let's take a look at this Rainpoint Smart Plus 2-zone with the display hub system, and let's see how it does automating our watering in the garden. This is Daryl with Louisiana Simple Living. I'm always looking for products to be able to improve, make more efficient, or even easier out in your garden. So Rainpoint sent me this product they wanted me to try out, and it's basically a Smart Plus 2-zone watering system with a display hub inside, so it's pretty cool. So what I want to do is try that out in my dad's backyard garden. This is the last step in transforming his garden and getting it back to where it needs to be. So let's do that now. So there are many benefits of this system, so let's talk about what this product actually can help us do. So it's able to monitor the weather, the forecast, knows if it rains, all those kind of things, and able to give us that information on the display hub. And it helps us understand and drive what kind of watering we need to do from a day-to-day basis. And it includes the indoor-outdoor temperature. And so you're able to monitor the weather basically in the weather forecast. You got indoor-outdoor temperature. And then of course there's air pressure and humidity that come into effect in your forecast as well. And so the timer has 2 outlets. So it comes in from the top and it drops out at 2 zones basically out of the device. So each one of those zones you can configure a watering plan, and actually you can do 6 different plans for each zone. And within those different watering plans you can actually set how much water you want to come out. You can set the rate of water that's coming out, and then you can set it just based on pure duration. So I want something to run for 15 minutes, great, you can do that. But if you want to say I don't want to use more than 10 gallons, you can actually configure that as well, and that's how much water is going to come from your zone and out through our tubing going out to our raised beds. Pretty cool, especially if you're in an area that's trying to conserve water and things of that nature. Great way to configure it, and pretty much meet all the needs of our gardeners using this product. Now there's a number of sensors you can actually add to the system, add devices, and basically it makes your system even more powerful than it already is, which is pretty good. You can add a water flow meter that's just going to be more precise from trying to figure out how many gallons of water is being applied. There's a high precision rain gauge basically, so you'll know exactly just how much rain is coming into your garden. It does have a soil and moisture sensor, and that's really cool because you could say, all right, I want to know just exactly what the moisture percentage is inside of this particular raised bed, and based on that you can make some decisions around your watering plan to be able to keep it at the level you want it at. And an outdoor air humidity sensor, and that's just giving an understanding more about the humidity that's in the air, and that's really important. Hey, I'm in Louisiana, that's really important down here. We're really humid, and that has an effect on the evaporation of the water coming out of your soil. That's why we have all the mulching. But nevertheless, the humidity is going to help you out from decisions around your watering plans. And all these things I'm talking about, it's set up to work on your phone, and we'll show you that here in a minute. Hey, look, if this product is interesting to you, I highly recommend you go ahead and go take a look at it. I got a link down below in the description, and Rainpoint's allow us to have a 15% discount. So hey, take a look at it. If it's something that you could find useful, hey, go ahead and make that purchase and make your backyard automated watering system smart. All right, now the next step is really to get this thing set up. So I'm running a 1-inch polyethylene tubing coming from the other side of the house, coming over here, trenching to go into my garden. Back here, it's going to come out of the splitter. It's going to come down on the left side, the one zone. I got a 4-way splitter, and I'm going to be able to use it on these 4 beds here. And then the zone 2 is going to come straight down and go out to our 10x4 bed over here. So we're going to go and get all that set up. We're going to install the tree with the switch, the Rainpoint Smart 2-way flow switch. We'll install that in the tree, and then we'll go inside actually and show you how we're going to program it, and based on that be able to use it. Let's get started. All right, so I'm not going to waste your time showing you me putting in all the tubing, but you can see from this overhead shot the tubing that's ran out to these 4 raised beds, as well as the soaker hoses put in. So next up, we're just going to cover up the tubing and then go inside and start configuring the system. Now the first step in getting everything set up is to install the HomeGuard application. I initially didn't even look at the instructions and did the Rainpoint application, and that's not what you need. You need the HomeGuard application. I'm not going to go through all the logging in. That's when I went outside. Okay, there it goes. Boom, it connects. So you see zone 1 and zone 2 up here. All right, so now we're ready to go ahead and start configuring our watering plan. So I went ahead and put one in here. So plan 1, what I got set up is starting at 6 a.m. The duration will be 15 minutes. And so as you can see here, it just scrolls through what you got in zone 1 and zone 2. What's next? What's been going on? How many gallons have been within the plan have been given to your garden? Obviously, it hadn't run yet, so it's not showing anything. But next plan time for zone 2 is going to be tomorrow at 6:16, and it's good to know. So it'll show you that as well on your phone. It shows you on the display hub too, which is pretty cool. You can also press the irrigation button here and just set it up for how many minutes you want it to go. I set it up here for 4 minutes. Confirmed, and look, it automatically starts outside zone 2. It's going to get 4 minutes of watering, and this is a nice way to kind of display to show you when it's working. And again, it shows on the display hub as well. All right, the next thing I want to show you is I went ahead and ran that you saw just for 4 minutes. And now you're starting to see a gallon amount on zone 2. So I ran it for 4 minutes, and it's showing us about 1.1 gallon. I think I killed it before it went 4 minutes anyhow. You can turn it off as well. And now it starts to show up how many gallons were distributed in the watering. Pretty cool feature, man, especially if you're in a, I don't know, area like California, within Arizona, those kind of places that have a low amount of water. I think the Colorado River's coming up, so it's giving you guys a little bit more relief, but there may also be some conservation measures you need to make. And this will at least let you know how many gallons of water you're watering with, and that may be something good to know. All right, so I went ahead and kicked it on again. Again, you can see it's showing 9 minutes, 55 seconds. I did it for 10 minutes here, but you can see when it's going. Pretty neat feature, both on your phone and on the display hub inside. All right, so we also have a couple other options that we can try. So let's take a look at the irrigation plan. This is plan 1 for zone 1. So you have a calendar choice. So you can go in there and click which days you want it to occur on and which you don't want it to occur on. Generally, I want mine to do every single day, and most people as well, but it does give you that kind of flexibility. All right, so let's go into plan 1. Right now it's set at 6:16. Stop watering by duration. We can also change it to be water usage, and that's what we're going to select next. Okay, so you have some options here. Water usage 0.3 gallons, so that's our rate. And you have max watering time as well. Now let's go look inside what water usage means, what are the choices there. So you have a choice, irrigation. This irrigation is something I talked about earlier. It's a method whereby you do a short interval for 10 seconds, and you can modify it. Okay. All right. So within the interval, you can set it so that it runs for 10 seconds. It's, gives water for 10 seconds and it cuts off for 30 seconds. So it's kind of interval based. I think there's some applications in lawn maintenance and those kind of things that those types of interval based work pretty good. All right, so I turned on zone 1 here. Zone 1 comes down into the splitter here, and I can restrict the amount of water, or if I don't have any plants in one bed, I can just turn that completely off. But let's go back here so you can see there's your water going right there in all 4 of these beds. Okay. All right, so we got it programmed, zone 1 and zone 2. Remember, zone 1 goes down, and I got a splitter, and it goes to the 5x4 beds in the back. This zone 2, goes to this, I guess it's like a 10x4 bed. So we got everything programmed and set up in there, but what we want to do is go ahead and irrigate. So at any time you can come out and just hit the button, it'll kick on, right?
Right.
But if you're indoors and you just maybe a little lazy and don't want to go outside to do that, you can just hit irrigation, and I'm gonna run it for, I don't know, 5 minutes, just for us to 4 minutes. Confirm, and look at that, it automatically kicked on. So you don't have to physically come out and hit it. You can make it water anytime you want, as well as you can have 6 different programmings for each zone. And so we did, just playing for zone 1, we ended up setting that up for 15 minutes at 6 a.m. Zone 2 was 6:16 because you can't run them at the same time. Zone 2 was 6:16 for 12 minutes, just for fun. Did a little bit different. And Dan will be able to judge based on how well that does. Does he want to make it longer or shorter of a watering? He can set it up so that it waters shorter in the morning, and in the evening it can run again and be shorter there. So it's various ways you can set up your automated watering system. This Rainpoint gives you all the flexibility you will ever need. All right, so you see it's kicked on. It's going to do it for 10 seconds, stops. Then it's going to wait 30 seconds, and it'll kick back on. It's still connected, everything is going. It's just waiting for that 30-second break. Then it's going to come back on for 10 more seconds. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So it'll keep doing that frequency up to however many 10 minutes you got. This thing is extremely flexible. It can do everything that you need for your backyard for darn sure. All right, so if you kind of look at this, when we come back in, we ran it outside a little bit, tried some stuff out. And what it does show you the amount of water that was used by zone. So it's automatically going to flip. It's going to automatically alternate through zone 1 and 2. You'll see it up here, and show you what the last gallon usage was. I mean, what do you think, Dad? Does it look like it's going to work pretty good for you?
It's great to know, because at some point in time I'll be wanting to know, to make a comparison between the zones and see which zone's most effective, how much water is needed and used, and make a comparison between the two zones. That's what I'm more interested in.
Yeah, and they're the same. We got everything set up pretty much the same as far as amending the beds and as far as the mulch and all that. So we planted it in different ones, so you'll be able to see, does 15 minutes, is that better than the 12 minutes you got set up for each zone? And be able to just kind of balance it out and figure it out based on what you're actually seeing. Right. Is what you're saying. Cool. Rainpoint asked me to try out their automatic watering system, their smart watering system, and asked me to try that out and see how it would work. So transformed my dad's garden. We basically had to weed it. It was completely filled up with weeds. We had to amend the soil. We had to mulch everything. And now this is the last part of the transformation, which is getting the automated watering system in place. So the Rainpoint Smart Plus 2-zone watering system with that display hub, that thing is fantastic. I'm extremely impressed. And I've got some other products in my backyard currently that are nowhere near as powerful as this system, nor easier. So in those systems, you got to go outside and you got to try to program it by zone, all that. Man, we can set this up here, use your phone inside, configure how you want the watering plan to work, and it's done. You can even turn it on from inside, not within a plan, but just all of a sudden I want to turn it on, just hit a button, turn it on. Or you can walk out here and physically turn it on. So it gives you just a lot of flexibility. I intend to go ahead and migrate my watering system over to this Rainpoint system. It's that good. Go ahead and take a look at all the Louisiana Simple Living videos, where our focus is to be able to enable you to have a bountiful harvest, delicious food, and healthy living. And remember, the Rainpoint system, I've got a link down below in the description. You can go directly to Rainpoint or Amazon. We do have a 15% discount code. Check it out, see if you want to get it, and I think it'll do a absolutely excellent job. And remember, if you want a budget-friendly automated watering system that's smart and allows you to configure all these different things, Rainpoint Smart Plus 2-zone watering system with the display hub is absolutely the product that you need. And if you like this content, do me a favor, subscribe, like that video, share this as well, because it's something a lot of people can really use. And feel free to put some comments down below as well. Thanks for watching. Garden on, and as always, I will see you on the next video.